Wisconsin Dells has been the most popular family vacation destination in Wisconsin for many decades. Visitors began coming to the Dells area as early as 1856 because of the scenery. The scenery is responsible for the early development of the area as a tourist attraction, which is why we put scenery at the top of the list for the best of the Dells. While the entire area is surrounded by trees, some of the best scenery is only available from the Wisconsin River. Due to the unique and amazing scenery where the river carved out rock formations in the bluffs along the Wisconsin River, boats started hauling tourists to see these wonders. Army surplus land and water vehicles, affectionately known as ducks, also established a scenic route through the forests and across the waters to create a ride that doesn't exist anywhere else. The second best thing about the Dells is the water. In addition to the mighty Wisconsin River, there is also Lake Delton, a man-made lake that provides for fishing and boating. The lake also became the home of the next largest attraction to come to the area in the 50s, and that was Tommy Bartlett's Water and Ski Show. With all this water surrounding the area, it just seemed natural that someone would eventually create a water park. One water park grew into several water parks until Wisconsin Dells became known as the water park capital of the world. Noah's Ark grew to become the largest outdoor water park in the United States. Shortly after that, several resorts in the area began to add water parks on their grounds. The very first water park in the United States was built at the Polynesian Resort in 1994. Soon, indoor water parks were built to allow year-round splash fun. The Kalahari, Great Wolf Lodge, the Wilderness, Mount Olympus, and Chula Vista all feature both indoor and outdoor water parks. The next best thing about the Dells is its size. There are fewer than 3,000 residents in either Lake Delton or Wisconsin Dells. Visiting the area is akin to a drive in the country. There are no tall buildings, the downtown is only a few blocks long in the Dells, and there are lots of trees. The area has also been able to retain its sleepy countryside atmosphere. The Dells is home to one of the oldest Native American tribes in Wisconsin, the Ho-Chunks. They were able to share their culture with the tourists in a variety of ways. In addition to selling homemade items and local trading posts, they also performed the Stand Rock ceremony for 78 years. Accompanied by various percussion instruments, the dancers were adorned in brightly colored, intricate costumes. The details shown on the costumes held special meaning to the tribes, and coupled with the movements, bared resemblance to various woodland and water creatures. Eventually, the nation concentrated on gaming and went on to build a casino south of Lake Delton. They are still providing entertainment, but in a different type these days. Speaking of entertainment, the Dells area has entertainment on a grand scale. There is something for everyone. While the shift in attractions has been towards water parks in recent years, there are still plenty of attractions that are less ambitious. Walking downtown Dells is an attraction all of its own. There are plenty of souvenir shops, t-shirt shops, and the like, but there are also some unique shops as well. Glass blowers create interesting items while you watch. Fudge shops craft homemade fudge behind the windows while the aroma of chocolate wafts out to you on the sidewalk. Award-winning cheese, made the day before, is also available. The list of attractions is long, and there is a link in the description to a list. Finally, some of the best dining anywhere can be found here. There are 5 supper clubs that have been in operation since the 50s and are still growing strong. Chula Vista Resort is home to the Kaminsky Chop House. They have been serving mouth-watering steaks and seafood for over 70 years. Next on the list is Fields Steak and Stein. They used to be located out of town, but recently relocated next to the Wilderness Resort in Lake Delton. In making the move, they also changed their name to Fields at the Wilderness. 2 of the best-known supper clubs happen to be across the street from each other. Jimmy's Del Bar is on the east side of Highway 12, and the House of Embers is on the west side, halfway between Lake Delton and Wisconsin Dells. Finally, the #1 supper club in Wisconsin, Ishnala, sits on the banks of Mirror Lake. It has an envious view of the lake from any seat in the house. The Dells area has opened its arms to sporting venues. Just a Game Fieldhouse provides a multi-court basketball and volleyball venue. This facility hosts tournaments throughout the year and is a popular destination because of its location in the Dells. For outdoor sports, Woodside Sports Complex hosts baseball, football, soccer, softball, volleyball, and wrestling. In addition to their multiple outdoor playing fields, they also have a 90,000 square foot air support facility for indoor play during the winter. Then there is golf. There are 6 courses in the Dells area. Trapper's Turn, which is 27 holes. Christmas Mountain Village, also 27 holes. Coldwater Canyon out by Chula Vista is at 18 holes. The Wild Rock Golf Course connected to the Wilderness is 18 holes. Springbrook is a 9-hole course, and Pinecrest is 9 holes as well. The Dells has become a year-round vacation destination that can accommodate anyone's taste, whether you are a sun and warmth person or a snow and cold person. There aren't a lot of negative things to say about the Dells. However, there is the traffic. The main streets and bridge were widened a few years ago to accommodate increased traffic. It does get a little crowded now and then, and it can take longer to get from one place to another, but there are worse places to visit when it comes to traffic congestion. Then there's prices. Everything costs a little bit more here when compared to the neighboring communities. However, while locals may experience a bit of sticker shock, metropolitan visitors don't usually notice the higher prices. Still, the Dells is a fond memory for those who have visited in the past and continues to create fond memories for those visiting today and in the future.